It's a project 13 years in the making. Tonight, the taps at the Trans Mountain Pipeline expansion have been turned on, sending Alberta oil products to a shipping terminal in Burnaby. CTV's Ben Milger looks at the project's history, from delays to billions in cost overruns and fierce opposition.
Seated on the shores of Burrard Inlet, Will George reflects on years of activism against the Trans Mountain Pipeline expansion.
You know, these are spiritual highways. This is what sustained our people for thousands of years. So, you know, all the direct action that I was called to do over the years was a high honor.
Despite the best efforts of George and other activists, Trans Mountain says this photo shows what it is calling the Golden Weld, completing the 1,100-kilometer pipeline from Alberta to a coastal terminal in Burnaby. Proponents of the project say it is a key piece of infrastructure which will provide a boost to Canada's oil industry, contributing to job growth, royalties, and corporate taxes.
These broader economic benefits of infrastructure like this is perhaps the most important implication of the project now coming online.
The expansion of the existing Trans Mountain pipeline allows close to 900,000 barrels of oil per day to flow to the export terminal, but that capacity comes at a cost. The federal government bought the project from Kinder Morgan in 2018 for $4.5 billion. During construction, the total cost ballooned to $34 billion, which works out to $873 per person in Canada.
There's no question we have some problems here in this country around building some major infrastructure. And as much as it's a day to celebrate, it's also a day to reflect we really can do better than this.
The project has overcome the cost overruns, construction delays, and fierce opposition. The Squamish and Tsleil-Waututh nations took the fight all the way to the Supreme Court, where they were ultimately unsuccessful.
We're going to be here for quite some time.
George and other activists actually suspended themselves beneath the Ironworkers Memorial Bridge in 2018, and he spent 28 days in jail for violating a court injunction.
Puts a lump in my throat. It's hard to know that all that work that my nation did, that I did, and the people of Vancouver still didn't arise to protecting our lands and waters. It's still at a huge risk right now.
To give you an idea of just how big of a lightning rod this project still is, it is opening with no ribbon cuttings, no photo ops, no public fanfare of any kind. Ben Milger, CTV News, Vancouver.